AEW, Tony Khan, can you just do us all a favor and just pull the plug? Pull the freaking plug, Tony Khan. People's not really watching your product like that no more. The ratings are going down. And all I gotta say is to Edge, or you want to call him Cope or whatever. Edge, you tried, man. You tried. There's nothing that you can do to save that company, man. When they lost CM Punk was the backbone of AEW. When they lost CM Punk, they lost their backbone because people start tuning in. I read it on social media. I say 90 or 80% of the people that watch AEW saying that they stopped watching AEW was because of CM Punk left. When they lost CM Punk, people just start tuning in. So what did Tony Khan do? Oh, we'll just bring Edge in. Edge can't save that company, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll give Edge his props. But Edge was never the company guy. He was never the kind of guy that you can just look at him and carry the company. He was never looked at as that. Edge was never looked at as that. Edge was more like a villain kind of type of guy that John Cena needed during that time period, though. Don't get me wrong. Edge was a savage back in the PG era. But Edge is at an age right now that he can't save that company, man. It's nothing he can do. I mean, yeah, he can try to put over some young guys and put a rocket on their back. And don't get me wrong, AEW has a full roster of talent. They do. They have a full roster of talent. They got Swerve. They got MJF. I think MJF. I mean, they got Omega. I mean, they got a roster full of talent though, man. And I get it. It takes time to build stars up. AEW done been around for about what's going on 6 or 7 years now. I get it. It's gonna take time to build stars. It is. But when you look at AEW, man, AEW is not a place for building up to go to the level of stars. Everybody just looked at as wrestlers in that company. If you really think about it, when Cody Rhodes was there, Cody Rhodes just looked like just a regular wrestler. That's all he looked like. He just looked like a wrestler. But when he went to WWE, he looked more than just a wrestler. He looked like a big fucking megastar when he went to WWE. And a lot of AEW wrestlers are doing that. They like, wow, man, Cody Rhodes went, but Cody Rhodes got history with WWE though, so it's kind of a little different there. Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes repackaged himself, and I believe when WrestleMania comes, when WrestleMania over with this year, I guarantee you that it's going to be a lot of AEW wrestlers out there going to end up wanting to get signed to WWE because they like, man, look what they doing with Cody, man. Look what they doing with him. He's like a star now. I'm like, come on, Tony Khan, like, we can become stars too. And Tony Khan's got the money. He's got the money. He's got that kind of money to really like push his star to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Because guys like Edge and Chris Jericho and John Mox, or you can call him Dean Ambrose, you guys need to just leave AEW and going back to WWE. Especially you, Dean Ambrose. I don't even know what the hell they got him doing, man. Dean Ambrose. I don't know what the hell he got him doing in AEW, man. Like it just stupid, man. Like Dean Ambrose, go back to WWE and team back up with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins or whatever, man. Come back with the Shield or whatever, man. Or if you go back to WWE, Dean Ambrose, I mean Vince McMahon is going now, so I'm pretty sure that WWE is not going to have you do anything goofy, man. I'm pretty sure Triple H will probably see you in a different way because I know for a fact Triple H would love to have Dean Ambrose back. I know that for a fact. But if Dean Ambrose comes back to WWE, man, I know they're not going to have him do no goofy shit. And, now that Vince is gone, you know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure WWE pretty much done heard why you decided to leave to go to AEW. But for real, Dean Ambrose, man, get the hell out of AEW, man. But see, these guys, they come to AEW because they just come in to get paid. Because they be like, cause, people probably told these guys like, hey man, just go to AEW. Tony Khan gonna pay you this good deal of money, man. It's all that kind of stuff. And these WWE guys, man, and these guys, they just go, man, because they know Tony Khan's gonna be stupid enough to pay these guys this much money to perform and everything like that. So when is you gonna learn, Tony Khan, that when you got all these former WWE superstars that's in your company, man, all they doing is just leeching on your company, man. They just sucking you dry. That's all they doing. No different than TNA. When TNA hired guys like Hulk Hogan and Kurt Angle, hiring all these legends, and all this time it did more harm than good to TNA when TNA signed all those former WWE washed up people. It just drained the money. They was all leeches. And you got some leeches in your company, Tony Khan, that's not bringing no value to your promotion. They're not bringing nothing to your table, man. They just sucking you dry, man. Edge is a leech. He's just there for the money. He's sucking you dry. Chris Jericho's definitely a leech. Chris Jericho's been there the longest. He's sucking you dry out of your money. The Hurt Business, Shelton Benjamin, MVP, Bobby Lashley, they're leeches. They're sucking you dry. Like, these guys are not helping. These guys are not taking your company to the next level, Tony Khan. They're just leeches. They're former leeches from WWE. They all been used. Tony Khan, you're making the same mistake that WCW did. WCW did exactly the same thing. All those guys that Eric Bischoff and WCW took from WWF during that time period, they already had their run. They took Hogan, they took Lex Luger. They took Hogan, Lex Luger, the Macho Man. They've taken some big names from the WWF because those guys already had their run. They had their run, and Tony Khan, you're making the same mistake as WCW doing by bringing in a bunch of former washed-up WWE superstars that already done had their run. WWE done got their money's worth out. You basically just getting WWE's leftovers. That's basically what you're doing, Tony Khan. You're getting WWE's leftovers. Now imagine if John Cena. Now we all know John Cena's retired. We know this is going to be John Cena's last year of wrestling in WWE. But just imagine if John Cena retired. How much you willing to bet that Tony Khan won't get in contact with John Cena and say, "Hey, John Cena, you think you can work for AEW, man? Blah 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 this and blah 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 that." And John Cena will still be under WWE's contract. And they're gonna make sure John Cena don't go nowhere. John Cena's gonna be under a WWE Legends contract. But I'm just saying, once John Cena's retired, I'm just saying when he retires, you don't think Tony Khan ain't gonna blow him up and say, "Hey man, you know what I'm saying?" And if John Cena goes to AEW, yes, it would be shocking. It would be shocking, and it would bring a lot of viewership. But I would say the next 3 or 4 days, John Cena would be just another guy in AEW. He'd be just another guy in AEW. And I'd be like, okay, Tony Khan, why did you hire John Cena? John Cena already done had his run in WWE. WWE done did movies with him. They done did a lot of things with John Cena. So you hiring John Cena to AEW still not gonna save that company. John Cena is already is at the end of retirement. So it's not gonna change a damn thing. It wouldn't make no difference AEW if you were to sign Goldberg or if you were to sign Brock Lesnar. Yes, people will be talking on social media, but when you hire if you hire a guy like Brock Lesnar and Goldberg, I mean, yeah, everybody will be talking about it, saying, "Yo, Brock and Goldberg signed with AEW," and then after a couple of weeks go by, they just look like just another guy, just another guy there in the company. That's all it is to it. You know what I'm saying? So, no, man, they ain't no saving no AEW, man. There's no saving that company, man. I don't know what else to say about Tony Khan. Tony Khan don't want to listen. I mean, he's got the money. He's got the money to really take this company to the next level. But he doesn't want to do it. I don't know what's going on with Tony Khan. Imagine if Vince McMahon came there and took over AEW. If Vince McMahon took over AEW, man, you best believe Vince McMahon would be getting rid of a lot of midgets in that company. You know, Vince McMahon likes strong, bulky guys. And I can only imagine if Vince McMahon were to take over AEW, he would get rid of a lot of guys there, especially the short midget guy that enjoys doing a bunch of flips. And I agree with Brock Lesnar. I agree what Brock Lesnar said about 5 or 6 years ago. It's not always about the flips. It's all about character. It's not always about the flips. And I agree with Brock Lesnar. It's not always about the fucking flips. You know, these wrestling fans nowadays, they think it's all about flips and everything and all that type of stuff. It's not always about the flips. It's about character. Character is what make a wrestler a real star if they know what character they really are. It's all about character. And I don't really see too many characters in AEW. Some of these characters. Now I understand Swerve's character. Swerve, I understand his character. He has character and has charisma. So I understand Swerve's character. But you know, other guys in AEW, I really don't get these guys' character. Some of these guys' character I understand, and some I don't. But yeah, man. I don't know what else to say about AEW, man. I don't know what to say about that company. I hope, I was hoping that it was going to be the next WCW in a good way, to be some competition in WWE someday. But from where they're going, don't look good. You look at those crowds. If you watch AEW and you look at those crowds out there, and you look at those seats out there, man, it's embarrassing. Like last year when Ed was out there on the microphone, Ed, I don't know, it might have been about 8 or 1,500 people out there. Like that was embarrassing. You saw like a lot of empty seats out there, man. A lot of people ain't fucking with AEW no more, man. They're not fucking with AEW, man. AEW is just nothing but a big letdown, man. They don't really have nobody on the roster that get people interested in. AEW just pretty much just fading out. They had a good 5 or 6 good year run, and people just like saying AEW is at a point right now that people just tired of looking at that company, man. Tired of it. On some real shit, Christian, he needs to get up out of AEW and go back to WWE and be inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame with Edge for the tag team, Edge and Christian. He needs to go back. Daniel Bryan needs to go back to WWE. You guys just need to go back, man. Edge, Daniel Bryan, Christian, Chris Jericho, Dean Ambrose. Man, y'all need to get y'all asses up out that company, man. Y'all cannot save that company. That company is doomed. That's all it is, man. AEW is doomed. They going down that same path like TNA did. Anyway, peace.